and Nellie's been mum on the details ever since Eli's parade. I think it's time I got some answers.
Eu precisava formar dinheiro, né? O time tá aumentando. Olha a Gina aqui, ó.
Lines of children scroll near a broken window. The artist is long.
Não tem mais nada pra interagir aqui. Consigo. Consigo voltar pra cá?
My trip is interrupted by one of Marm's patrol cars, piloted by a tough-eyed enforcer wearing an overstarched uniform. Good afternoon, ma'am. What?
You're the problem. This car is in direct violation of Baron Magdalene Weiss's anti-blight ordinance. I let you drive a rusted-out, rattle-can junker like this around Dreamland. It reflects poorly on all of us.
Poxa, eu tô com a madame aqui, cara. Ih, rapaz.
Anti-blight ordinance? Cute. Do you make up an official-sounding name for every con you run on unsuspecting motorists, or do you have a list?
Oh, you're clever, aren't ya? Oh, you're clever, are ya? Got everything all figured out.
Essa 12. Foi.
You need to get your eyes checked, friend. This thing's a bona fide classic. Tail fins, chromed repulsors, buckskin leather, walnut trim. I thought Marm was an appreciator of the finer things in life.
She is. I mean, I am too. Look, just do me a favor and keep it off the main streets during any birthday activities. I don't want to be blamed for making the place look low class.
Of course. What?
Ok. Se livramos. Consigo voltar pra cá? Quero dar uma olhada no primeiro andar de novo. Posso. White Street não tá mais... Não posso ir lá. Cara, não posso farmar dinheiro, cara. Esse é o problema desse jogo, mano. Ele não deixa eu livre. Falar com o velho.
Sandazo.
Nada pra falar.
Bye now.
Vamos ver se tem coisa nova. Mesmo que tiver, não vou ter dinheiro.
There you are. Happy
Ok, nada
hunting.
aqui. Provavelmente tem coisa nova, né? Mas não tenho money. No have. Vou comprar mais isso aqui. Isso aqui refaz teste também, né? Uma coisa pra eu vender? Isso aqui. 8. Vou vender isso aqui. Não, na real não, vamos guardar. Vai que apareça outro carro aí, outra pessoa e eu não tenha... Eu não tenho o que é necessário, né? Mas isso aqui a gente vai poder vender, ó. Coisa pra guardar. Nada ilegal. Vou você pra cá. E esses dois aqui a gente vende. Bem que esse daqui não é tão ruim não, ele tem 7. Por que são iguais? Perdeu. Isso aqui que nós guarda. Só, né? Isso aqui é legal? Não. Também não. Ah, a gente desmonta aqui e agora tudo faz sentido. Ah, preciso de dinheiro, não quero desmontar não. Tem alguma coisa pra falar?
Gia,
Não. Ah, tem sim, perguntar o que aconteceu no pandemônio.
Look, Cress, about what happened at Pandemonium.
if you're about to apologize, save it. I don't want to hear from you. Dreamland's never been kind to Aetherneers. Only got worse after that damn fire.
Amateur sleuths and tabloids alike have thrown around answers to the Pandemonium fire like it's a game of pitchpenny. A vengeful Aetherneer might have only been one of them, but it's...
See ya.
Ok. Vender essas peças que eu acabei de pegar, né? Fazer um dinheirinho. Não vai dar muito não. 20, ó. Consigo só apertar e... Toda vez tem que arrastar. Toda vez tem que arrastar. Peso 6. O carro da menina acho que não tem placa. Também não tem um desse daqui. Eu vou comprar um desse daqui. Dez peças de veículos para aprimorar essa caranga. Eu acho que também não tem um desse, né? Vamos pegar um desse aqui também. Só tem que ver se não vai ficar pesado. Tem isso também, né? Ó, 7 de 8, ó. Ah não, o carro dela já tem blindagem. Droga, hein? Gasta de dinheiro à toa. Coube, mas... O carro ficou pesado. Droga, hein? E aí, eu priorizo espaço ou eu priorizo vida? E agora, hein? Era da marronzinha, era dessa verdinha que era pra ter pegado, né? Peguei da marronzinha, cara. Pera aí, vamos remover então. No carro da Sojourner cabe duas da marronzinha? Vamos ver. Bom, peso tem. Dá pra colocar outra aqui então. Nossa, vai caber muita coisa agora. Realmente, espaço agora eu tô de boa. Placa, tem como colocar outra? Não. A placa que eu peguei melhor. É uma coisa, né? Então, melhor. Então, vamos colocar. Sai. Guarda. Eu deposito isso? Vamos depositar, mas... certo seria vender. Acho que tá certo, né? Espaço aqui. Não tem mais nada. Volta pra cá. Acho que não vai ter nada pra fazer em casa, nos outros lugares, né? Vamos lá no laboratório, ela tá lá.
Nellie's not here.
Nada mudou aqui, né?
Not even fresh brew.
Bora. Tem algum novo no bar?
Yes, darling?
Tá sobre o Winnie.
About Winnie. She decide to be a doe?
She did. She'll require a lighter touch than other recruits, but we'll make do. Apparently, the poor thing had only been on the street a week before you and I found her.
Tá uma semana, por isso que ela
Her
não...
father died in a mugging, you see. He was their only family.
Poor thing doesn't cover the half of it. That's barely enough time to grieve, let alone figure out how to live alone.
That is some consolation. It's easier to grieve or feel anything, really, when your needs are taken care of. Otherwise,
Por isso que ela era mais
Training will keep
inteligentinha
her
em questão...
You used to be like
questão
Winnie and Jenna, right?
estudo, né?
So how'd you end up with the does?
through the usual means, really. Abandon a child, leave her to fend for herself, and if she's very clever, very tough, or very anything, she might get an invitation to one of Marm's schools.
Somehow, I doubt that's all there was. You weren't just interested in those two because you liked them. She slowly smiles, as pleased as a magician pulling back their curtain on some years-old trick.
There are a lot of young couriers in the city. If you wear the right outfit and say the right things, anyone could be persuaded to give you what you ask for.
Knowing you, that must have worked out pretty nicely.
Beautifully. I got a new coat, a bolt of silk, and a doe's button before they tracked me down. Ta.
Você,
How's
fale toda a
everything
verdade.
going down here?
It's going fine.
Doesn't sound...
I love my work, Gia. Almost everything about it. But sometimes I just wanna... I don't know.
I offer Nellie a What?
That would've killed back at the lab.
Nellie slumps over her desk, her hands almost melting into the surface. I don't know what she's working on, but I know it's important. But working tired is a good way to make critical mistakes. Nellie needs a break. Hey, kid. Get rid of the frown and come on. You ever been to the circus?
The circus? We're going? What should I bring? What does someone bring to a circus? Peanuts, I think? I don't have any of those. They should have some there, right? Are we going right now?
Are you in the middle of anything important? On her desk, a glass vial bubbles with blue liquid over an open flame. Nellie's eyes follow mine, then her face screws up into what she clearly believes is a convincing poker face.
Oh, nope. Let's go.
Finish up what you're working on and we'll go.
Oh, fine.
Beleza, tem alguma coisa
There
aqui?
you are.
Nada.
Don't be a stranger.
Dá pra eu falar com o rapaz? Não. Sou o Jordan, já falei.
Miss
Você,
Randazzo.
sim.
Miss Randazzo.
Nellie called you professor. So what's your job up there exactly? I thought you couldn't even get into Olympus Park unless you were already one of the city's brightest.
That title's more of an affectionate artifact these days. I still teach on occasion, between supervising our younger members and the lab, but Olympus Park keeps me busy being their mouthpiece. To your point, while we recruit the city's brightest, many often come from less robust backgrounds. So we try to fill in the gaps and give them opportunities they might not have elsewhere.
Uh-huh. How many of those include Lowers recruits?
Admittedly, less than I would like. New York is a very big place. There are hundreds of baronies in the Lowers alone. They all require a unique touch. Too many brilliant minds slip through the cracks. But we do what we can. For example, 3 months ago, I recruited a lovely woman from Bell's Point. She demonstrated a radio doll and a snap-on umbrella cover.
A doll and an umbrella cover? Don't usually see the likes of those on Heights posters.
A shame, because they're no less intriguing. A talking doll that could be repurposed for long-distance communication. An umbrella cover that was prototyped despite being told it was undoable. If someone could do that with limited resources, think of what they could do in an ideal working environment.
You were on Ellis Island for a while. See much of the Lowers from there?
I'm afraid not. I needed to remain close to the station in case Eleanor heard my message.
So you never stepped away from your post once?
Well, I did make one personal trip. I used to visit a hole-in-the-wall coffee shop back when I spent more time in the Lowers. It had a delightful roast. I wish now I'd talked the secret out of them.
Why? What happened to it?
The most recent Baron decided to pave a new road over it. Apparently, they got tired of driving around the neighborhood.
You used to spend time in the Lowers?
It's Randazzo. I hate to draw attention to my age, but there are still some of us who remember watching the first Uppers Island fly.
Hard to imagine it. We don't have much in the way of higher education.
Oh, I wasn't in academia back then. I was a clerk. My family helped manage affairs between Uppers and Lowers baronies. Banal, but necessary, until the Prosperity Crusades started.
The Prosperity Crusades. The first time the Uppers and the Lowers barons ever warred against each other, fighting over islands like kids over toys. More than a few were left broken beyond repair. Heard about those days. It's what got Angel's Court sunk, right? A riot broke out. Didn't end until the barony crashed into the burrows.
A dreadful time, but losing an island over a senseless squabble was among the worst of it. A truce was signed, but... well...
In other words, the moment Angel's Court faded from memory, baronies went back to war.
Until next time.
Ele tá achando que me engana. Você acha que eu não sei que você é o único inútil aqui? Esperto, rapaz. Tem como ir pro circo lá com a menina agora? Queria fazer um engenheiro, cara. É, rapaz, esse ramo do contrabando tá fraco, hein? Vamos lá, vai. Pra te fazer dinheiro, eu vou gastar dinheiro.
I round the corner and find myself in the mother of all traffic jams. I strain my neck to see what's causing the gridlock, and spot a number of Marm's finest have cordoned off the road ahead. Ma'am, what can I do for you this evening?
Contraband check. We've been losing too much cargo off the docks. Mom sent us out here to keep labor happy.
Eu não tô carregando nada, na real. Aí que ela pode olhar. Coisa não.
So now we're all under suspicion?
Oh, cry me a river. You think I want to be out here checking people's luggage? Out of my sight.
Bora.
I hear people say they're terrified of clowns. I've never really understood that, but I suppose if the clown was that large, I'd be cautious. A decent place to rest after spending a day at the circus. And a decent place to sit and have a snack, judging by the sealed packet of jerky someone left here.
Jerk. Ah, carne seca.
Huh. Looks like a fully stocked concession stand, but nobody is here. And there's a candy bar just sitting on the
Tô ganhando
counter.
coisas.
Nobody's watching, so I might as well.
Casal apaixonado.
It's not
Que
acceptable.
isso? Aquele tem lobo
You
raivoso
solve it
ali.
now, or I'm shutting you down.
But where will the animals go if I shut down?
A butcher's block for all I care. You're causing problems, and you're going to fix them if I have to say it again.
I understand. Please forgive me.
Handle it.
A fancifully dressed man stands despondent before a group of shrieking monkeys. It's the kind of contrast one normally only finds after a night that's stretched on too.
Gia, look! Monkeys! I've never seen them in person.
Mm-hmm.
Can we?
All right, but be careful. Those monkeys don't seem friendly.
What am I? Oh, hello. Are you here to see Jaeger's beguiling beasts?
Ooh.
I take it you're Jaeger? My friend here wanted to see your monkeys.
Ah, but it isn't showtime yet. Of course. I don't know if the show will go on.
He slumps a little. So, are you a performer?
I am many things, madame. Performer, explorer, caretaker.
Nellie squeals in joy. One of the monkeys has grabbed the edge of her dress and seems to be trying to pull it off her to little effect.
Tamer and, trainer.
That's a lot of responsibility for...
Oh, but I am no normal man. I have been to
Brasil
the
mencionado.
jungles of the
Que isso?
Amazon to see the verdant tree frogs. And I have captured a Siberian tiger with only a butterfly net. I am the great Jaeger.
Ah, calma lá, tem coisa errada aqui, cara. Você viu um tigre na Amazônia? Prever as pererecas verdejantes, capturei um tigre siberiano. Tigre siberiano no Brasil. Tem coisa errada com esse cara aqui, hein?
The monkey clutching Nellie's dress shrieks angrily, clearly upset that she hasn't surrendered it. Nellie's smile falters, and Jaeger deflates.
Animal tamer.
Ah, esse é o Pearl. Pearl. A menina falou pra gente ficar lembrar desse nome, né? Mas era sobre o que, cara?
That woman you were talking to, Pearl, what did she want with you?
Vamos ver aqui, ó. Códice. É a segunda vez que ela foi mencionada. Ela não vai ser uma aliada. Mais barulhenta que a corrente do ventilador. Solta com muita graxa. Como os principais serentes da Madame apenas atrás da Sophie, Lizzie exerce o poder de influenciar Dunland. Seu reino é uma pista de corrida, onde supervisiona e administra o lucrativo cenário de corrida de cavalos do baronato. Orgulhosamente mantém seu nome no topo da classificação. Cabeça quente, intrépida e imprudente por natureza, Lizzie esconde com seus modos rudes um profundo afeto e lealdade por suas irmãs corsas e uma devoção reverencional à sua mãe adotiva. A gente não tem nada ainda da mulher.
Ah, yes. Mistress Pearl is responsible for this part of town and all the businesses here. It seems there might have been a minor noise complaint.
Nellie has crouched slightly, making a funny face at the assembled primates. Several turn to face her.
It was all a misunderstanding. You see, it just takes a little time to train. She will see my prowess on the stage, and all will be forgiven. I'm certain.
What was the noise complaint about? The monkeys scream in rage at Nellie. She stands up quickly and almost falls backward, clearly unaware that monkeys could scream in rage. So was I, for that matter.
These capuchins are just being a little difficult, is all. My animals came from a distant zoo, you see, and they are not all cooperative. But
Do you train wolves? I don't know where that question came from. A vague image of glowing canine eyes flashes through my memory.
funny you should ask. Normally, no. But I recently acquired one.
Piteous? Nellie reaches out a tentative hand to pet a monkey. The animal tamer gestures a quick wave of warning.
Please, miss, you should not attempt to touch the monkeys.
As Nellie pulls her hand back, one of the animals snaps at the air where her fingers were. She looks aghast and stares at her hand as though the teeth had gone clean through.
This I can deal with. But the wolf, it came to me in terrible condition. I would be surprised if it survives the night, let alone joined me on stage.
What's wrong with it?
They told me it was some sort of miracle wolf. Witch wolf. Aether wolf. Nine. Just a sick wolf.
Tô vendo mesmo esses olhos brilhando dele
Is
aí.
this wolf around here?
Vai
Yeah.
ser.
Just over there. In the cage.
Será que a gente vai poder ter um
Nellie,
lobo?
have you had enough monkeys for today?
More than enough. I'd like to go, please.
Nice to meet you, Jaeger. Good luck with everything.
Luck? Ha! I don't need luck. I am the great.
One of the capuchins has somehow found a shard of glass and is pointing it at Jaeger as though holding him at gunpoint.
Put it down, or I swear I will.
Let's go.
Aqui, ó, a gente tem como interagir com ele.
The thing in the cage looks more like a fur coat dropped on a wet street than a wolf. It doesn't move as I approach. It doesn't even appear to breathe.
Is it alive?
I don't know. I'm no expert on wolves, but I don't think this one is long for this world. The animal's fur is falling out, and its skin is gray and sallow. Obscured below the fur are violent patches of purple. Someone has lashed the beast, and it clearly wasn't interested in taking orders.
Oh, poor thing.
Whether by some uncontrollable pity or some other innate urge, I reach out and try to comfort the poor creature. My hand nearly reaches the cage, and Nellie raises her eyebrows. I steel myself and let my hand pass through the bars. My fingers reach the wolf's shoulder, and I feel its warmth under the coarse fur.
Gee, the wolf.
It's all right, Nellie. It doesn't mean me harm. Doesn't it? How do I know that? The beast looks directly into my eyes, and for a crazed second I think it's speaking in a low whisper.
What was that?
Did those hellions come this way?
You mean the monkeys?
Of course I mean them. Who else?
Off in the distance, a cloud of smoke rises from the top of a multicolored tent. A child's voice rises in what might be a scream, or perhaps a shriek of delight. Something tells me to look in the opposite direction. Down an alley, a painted wooden ball rolls by at high speed, knocking over several wooden crates and spilling their contents. I think I might have seen something in that direction.
Violent dunk. I should say, where is the beast?
I glance back. It's gone. The cage is closed but empty,
Que isso, o lobo
as though
sumiu.
the wolf was never there.
But it was
Quando foi isso, foi?
just here.
She's right. It was here moments ago. In the distance, another noise erupts. Then, the sound of a woman's voice, like a...
Jaeger! Damn you!
Of course she's back. Look, it goes without saying, but we can't have a wolf running around free. Can you look for it?
You want me to go looking for a wolf? What am I supposed to do when I find it? I'm not...
You said you saw it, yeah? Then you saw that the wretched thing could barely move. Just find it and come tell me where it is.
He has a point there. I doubt the animal has strength enough to run, let alone fight. It should be safe enough to follow. Okay, I'll see what I can find.
Thank you. I'll be
Jaeger!
hiding.
Jaeger jogs off in a different direction than he came. Now, where did you get off to? Now, how on earth did you get out of a locked cage?
Maybe it wasn't locked?
I doubt that, but it's worth checking. There's not much to see here. Wisps of fur litter the cage, and an unchewed cattle bone in the corner tells me little. Nothing to suggest how it escaped. I examine the lock closely. Getting the obvious out of the way, the door is closed and the cage is locked. We're not getting in, and nothing is getting out.
Then how did it escape?
I don't know, but that's less important than where it went.
Não tem nada pra ver aqui, né?
Here are the crates the monkeys knocked over. A cracked lid on one tells me it's full of booze, and the owner nowhere to be seen. A trash can toppled on the ground. Bits of discarded waste are scattered to the wind. I look closer at the strewn garbage. A hot dog wrapper, a torn purse strap. But there, by the edge of Hell's Gate, a piece of gum, flattened against the pavement. A wisp of hair pressed into it. The wolf did this as it passed by.
But where did it go?
To a less trained eye, this would look like randomly discarded trash. But the gum has a partial track, suggesting a direction. There, a banana peel kicked and rotated, leaving a trail of slime as it skidded in the same direction the print was headed. It passed through this way, but we need to be sure. I hear people say they're terrified of clowns. I've never really understood that, but I suppose if the clown was that large, I'd be cautious. A young boy stands alone, tears running down his face. Hey, kid, see anything strange?
Oh, I hate seeing children cry.
He's hyperventilating. I'm not going to be able to talk to him like this if I want to ask him questions.
E aí eu dou um docinho pra ele. Não, vale R$19. Vamos encontrar uma forma de acalmá-lo.
I'm drawing a blank, but judging from how his eyes keep darting around in fear, I'm guessing he saw the wolf. Wait, Nellie likes monkeys. Hey, Nellie, that face you were making earlier at the monkeys, think you could make it again?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
She bends down and mimics her expression from before. The kid looks at her, smiles, and stops hyperventilating. That's the ticket. Hey, kid, have you seen something frightening?
Big doggy, big and gray.
Uh-huh, just a doggy.
That way.
He points down an alley behind Hell's Gate. As good a clue as I've gotten. That's everything. The wolf got out of the cage, ducked down the alley next to Hell's Gate, knocked over a trash can, and scared a kid.
Let's follow it before it gets away.
I head down the alley. Halfway down, along the edge of Hell's Gate, is a trapdoor. It's fully open, exposing a cavernous dark. What am I doing? A wolf didn't open this door or climb down a ladder. And if it did, I'd be crazy to follow. But this feels important somehow. Was the wolf really whispering to me earlier? What could it have been saying? I have to know. This is it. I've come this far.
Gia, maybe I should stay here and watch for the wolf? Keep a lookout?
Go look around the circus. I'll be back soon. I crawl down the ladder, carefully testing each step as I go. 10 steps later, I hit solid ground. The dark is a poison cloud filling my lungs. Shadows dance in my periphery. As my eyes adjust, I can see the vague outlines of abandoned objects along the floor and walls. The outline of devil horns along the top of the southern wall evokes the right above. Maybe some older version down in the dark. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. To the east is a set of wooden doors that look like they open inward. Probably the end of the walkthrough, meant to be approached from the other side. To the south is an opening through a devil's mouth, leading deeper into its gullet. Seems like I skipped ahead to the end of the attraction. A bit of light spills in from the west, vaguely illuminating the outline of a statue of Caesar with a knife in his back. I've always wondered how many people in my line of work were destined for the lowest depths of hell. For their sake, I'm hoping Dante was wrong. Piotr's still kicking around, so I wouldn't see him in here if the lights were on. He still has time for redemption. To the south is a hole in the wall. Looks like it was burned through. To the west are a set of double doors leading back to the entrance. To the east is a black velvet curtain hanging in the doorway. I'm back at the entrance. The ladder sits in the corner of the room. Just to the east is a set of wood, the ninth circle. To the south is a hole in the wall. It's pitch black in here. I feel my way along the wall to get my bearings. My right hand slides over a face? A mask. Rictus grin reaching almost to the top. Similar masks line the walls, clicking softly as I brush by. I can only imagine that whoever designed Hell's Gate had trouble with depictions of fraud. As I make a circuit of the room, I realize that I'm drawing a blank as well. Maybe a nice fresco of Marm, or any of the other deceitful, blood-sucking barons. It's always been amazing to me that any of them managed to swindle their way into power. To the west is a black velvet curtain. To the south is a barely passable hole in the wall that looks like it was caused by a collapse. I step through the wrecked wall into a pile of debris. It's hard to tell what this used to be from here. No sign of the wolf yet. Not that I can see much, but it left obvious signs on the way here. Why am I not finding any signs of passage? Not even a scent. And what happened here anyway? Most of this attraction seems whole. Did a sinkhole open and swallow it up? Was there a fire? Why did they leave so much down here in the dark? As I'm considering that question, I spot something laying in the rubble. Huh. Cress should like this. The ways west and east are blocked by debris. To the north is a barely passable hole in the wall that looks like it was caused by a collapse. The darkness of the 8th circle. Perhaps it was always like this, to hide the weak theming. To the west is a black velvet curtain. To the south is a barely passable hole in the wall that looks like it was caused by a collapse. To the east is a door painted to look like a devil, with a long gold tongue. The ninth circle. I think I'm feeling chilly. To the south is a hole in the wall. Looks like it was burned through. To the west are a set of double doors leading back to the entrance. To the east is a black velvet curtain hanging in the doorway. The tables in this room are laid out across the floor like a bistro. Piles of rubber food threaten to roll off into the dark. One chair includes a seated mannequin wearing grotesquely stuffed clothes. This is the third circle then, gluttony. Ironically, the rubber food on the tables is mostly fruit. The mannequin's sins must involve a lot of grapes. I hated most fruit as a kid. Not that there was much around, untainted by the wasting. I wonder if what Nellie's doing will help kids in the lowers, even the burrows. It's an opportunity they ought to have. To the north is a hole in the wall. Looks like it was burned through. To the south is something that looks a lot like a restaurant's kitchen door. To the east is a wooden edifice resembling a bank vault. This room is painted in scenes you wouldn't describe in polite company. Tawdry flesh and skin on full display. I'd almost rather not look closer, but something about the painted scenes draws my eye. So many people. The artist must be saying something here about how easy the second level of hell is to reach. People. Huh. It's strange, but I'm starting to feel like I have real friends. It's been a while. Working as a smuggler is a bad way to meet anyone worth trusting. Maybe this time they'll stick around. To the west is a bright red door with brass hinges and an unusual handle. To the north is something that looks a lot like a restaurant's kitchen door. The third circle. Piles of rubber fruit threaten to bounce menacingly off the floor. To the north is a hole in the wall. Looks like it was burned through. To the south is something that looks a lot like a restaurant's kitchen door. To the east is a wooden edifice resembling a bank vault.
Tem um cofre aqui. Aqui é uma região importante. Aqui é como se fosse uma encruzilhada, essa parte aqui que eu tô agora. Tu já foi. No norte. Parece que foi queimado. Vamos ver o que tem lá.
The ninth circle. I think I'm feeling chilly. To the south is
Ah, eu
a
já fui
hole in
pra lá
the
também,
wall.
né?
Looks like it was burned through. The darkness of the eighth. To the west is a black velvet curtain.
Aqui eu não
To
fui
the
pro
south
leste.
is a barely passable hole.
Tá.
This is classic damnation. I can almost smell the brimstone, looking at the painted scenes of boiling blood and allegorical violence. Kids, not enough adults, though. Whoever beat the tar out at the wolf I'm after ought to have a comeuppance. If it was Jaeger, well, he did say his animals were from some closed zoo. And me, guns blazing down an Aether road, my enemies careening toward a long drop and a short stop. I wonder if when I go, I'll land fender first in the river of boiling blood. Or whether there's still some hope of redemption. To the west is a door painted to look like a devil with a long gold tongue. To the south is an archway decorated with flames. The darkness of the eighth circle. Perhaps it was always like this, to hide the weak theming. To the west is a black velvet curtain. To the south is a barely passable hole in the wall that looks like it was caused by a collapse. To the east is a door painted to look like a devil, with a long gold tongue. The buried remains of half of the ways west and east are blocked by debris. To the north is a barely passable hole in the wall that looks like it was caused by a collapse. The darkness of the eighth circle. To the west is a black velvet curtain. To the south is a barely passable hole in the wall that looks like it was caused by a collapse. To the east is a door painted to look like the buried remains of the ways west and east are blocked by debris. To the north is a barely passable hole in the wall that looks like it was the darkness of the 8th circle. To the west is a black velvet curtain. To the south is a back in the 7th circle. I might have to get comfortable with it after all. To the west is a door painted to look like a devil with a long gold tongue. To the south is an arch. Stepping through the archway, I'm filled with nerves? Some emotion I'm not placing. The wolf is close. Ahead of me somewhere in the dark.
Era aquele lugar lá que tinha um lugar que parecia
To the
cofre e não
north,
consegui voltar
an
pra lá.
open portal from anger to violence. To the south, a stone door made to look like a foreign temple to foreign gods. Something waits for me there. Am I ready? Back in the 7th circle. I might have to get comfortable with it after all. To the west is a door painted to look like a devil with a long... I can feel the wolf to the north. An open portal from anger to violence. To the south, as I open the temple door, every hair on my body seems to stand up. Like standing too close to an aether coil. Something's here. It stares at me like it's waiting for something. Something important. Am I the kind of person who tries to catch my destiny? Force fate to follow my will, even if it destroys everything in my path? Even if it hurts the people around me? Or can I let go? Let something slip through my fingers at the very moment of victory, just because it's the right thing to do? This beast has lived in the dark corners of the world for too long. I could reach out and grab it, bend it to my will. But there's always a point where the cost is too high, and I won't pay it in another creature's suffering. The beast watches me for a long moment, azure eyes unblinking in the gloom. Then I hear it whisper. 1 step, 2 steps closer. What it tells me, I have no heart to repeat. Not to anyone or anything. Never mumbled under my breath beneath the covers of a lonely night, waiting for the fever to break. What it tells me is something I'll take to my grave. And as the words trail off into the shadowy corners of a forgotten carnival attraction, I look at the space where it was, but nothing remains. Not a wisp of hair, not a lingering breath. I found what I came here for. An answer to a question I didn't know I had. And now I know I can let go when I need to. Not failure. A decision made, and a new chance to be who I wish I could. This will be the last time I pass through Hell's Gate, I think. I retrace my steps to the entrance of this ruined pit. I don't know how to feel about any of this. What did I just see? Was it real? Or was it only what I hoped to find? I crawl back up the ladder into the bright day. Nellie walks up, holding a balloon and looking at me expectantly.
So, did you find it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Gone. It doesn't look like it's going to be part of any show now or ever.
Oh, yes! There's a man over there who can swallow swords. Not just one, Gia. 7 swords! And I just saw a woman wearing a leopard costume who...
As Nellie and I walk away from the trapdoor, I feel an odd sense of calm. Whatever just happened, it could have only gone the way that it did. For the first time in a while, that's a comforting feeling. It's one I think I can live with.
Tá pra lá. Queria ir na parte do cofre de novo. Legal essa quest aqui. Tava bolando um mapa na minha cabeça aqui, mas eu me perdi. Legal que tudo que ela fala é muito bem detalhado, cara. Então é fácil de imaginar tudo que ela tá falando. problema é que eu não posso ir pra outra ilha nenhuma, né, ó. Posso vir aqui? Não posso. Vai entregar o disco.
What do you need? Hey there.
Would you believe me if I said I found this in one of the circles of hell?
You went to hell? Sure, I believe you. As long as you keep bringing me records. See you soon.
Vendeu as bebidas. Cara, eu tenho 123, eu tô pobre. Ninguém me paga, cara. Eu faço as missões aqui, converso com um monte de gente.
Gia. I see you brought a guest, though not one unwelcome. It's nice to see you outside of the negotiating
Aí, ele só me deu
table,
XP, cara.
Sam, darling. You look well, though busy as always, I see. And hello, Apollo, dear. You look good. In a way that would be every publicist's nightmare if it ever landed on the front page.
And who's going to be the one to take the snapshot, darling?
Their smiles start as cool and polite as passing acquaintances, but they quickly crack into grins as they share a peal of laughter like age-old friends on a night out.
Oh, glad to have you, Soph. Gia, how are we looking?
Got a good look at the place. Security could give Fort Knox a run for its money. We're going to need everything planned to the minute.
Oh, where'd that earlier confidence go, eh? This was your bright idea.
Yeah, but it only works if we line up our shot. Way I see it, we got 3 problems to solve. The crowds, the loot, and the getaway. Pandemonium's going to be packed. We're going to need everyone out of our way.
Arm loves ending things with a bang. It's why Soap Jackson's closing the night with a fireworks show. If it were...
Think you can shift the schedule?
Of course not. Mom would have my head. But if someone very clever were to sneak into one of Soap's parties, they may be able to convince Soap to help coordinate a surprise.
Talk to me before you go. Might have an idea or two on the how.
I saw one of his flunkies running games. I thought the name sounded familiar. Former baseball player turned hustler, right?
Oh yes, a rather tacky man. Loves his parties as much as he loves to gamble when he's lucid.
Not your type, huh?
He and I enjoy different games. Fortunately, that means he's always looking for new players.
In my experience, that's as good as an open invite. No good party's complete without a surprise guest.
He's working for Marm. Why are you sure he'd help us?
Soap's a free spirit. You hire the man because he knows how to throw a party, not for loyalty.
And I'm going to persuade him how, exactly?
I'm sure you know how to be persuasive. Flatter him. Bribe him. Convince him Marm's surprise is a reward in itself. Or simply beat his ego until he does it out of spite.
Sophie, you said only a few people are allowed to touch Marm's cash. Who are they exactly?
Let's see. There's Gunther, the concierge, the movers, select security members and does, and me. But even if I got you uniforms, we could hardly carry it out ourselves.
The movers are still the Matsey Brothers Moving Company, correct? If so, they may be persuaded to help. The Undercity League meets not only with Dreamland's Baron, but also its Ledgeman Union. I am told relations between them have become difficult.
Enough they won't turn around and go to Marm? Wait, when you say Luca Mazzi, do you mean...
The former world's champion boxer. Or the terrifying Avenger who left a streak of broken strikebreakers behind him?
Just surprised he and Marm would ever strike a deal.
Mazzi Brothers Moving Company does excellent work, and his rates are reasonable. And you know what they say, darling. Better to keep your enemies close and on a tight leash.
All right, sounds convincing. How do we get him on side?
Luca sees the world in black and whites. He shows you who he is and expects you to do the same. If you are yourself, Gia, I'm sure he will listen. He respects a good heart.
Our biggest hurdle's the escape. Even if we get the loot out, Marm's got an army.
Yes, yes, we're outgunned in a fight. If only we had more killers around. Eh, Sam?
You can't win a war on bullets alone.
Then we simply give them a problem even Marm herself couldn't ignore. Another fire.
It doesn't take much to read between the lines, but the proposal still sparks a jolt through the room.
It's a lovely building, and I'll miss my table. But Pandemonium's always been a symbol of Marm's power. As confident as she is, nothing would alarm her more than to watch her casino go up again.
Oh, well, that settles it. We'll empty the castle, rob the treasury, and burn the rest to the ground.
After we've emptied it of civilians.
I know Dreamland's kept quiet on the details, but you does ever figure out how the culprit pulled it off?
Officially, all evidence was lost in the fire. Unofficially, someone smuggled an accelerant right under our nose.
You really have no idea who did it.
Trust me, Giovanna. Whoever you're thinking of, you can bet we got to them first. Not a single one talked. All took their secrets to old New York.
If Marm's busy with the fire, who's left to worry about?
It'll be Marm's birthday, so all lieutenants will be expected to attend. You've met Lizzie, of course. Alice seems vapid, but don't let her fool you. And Pearl solves everything with an iron fist.
Ah, Pearl também é uma irmã.
I expect we'll have to deal with at least one of them. More if we're unlucky.
Okay, but if
Alice
Marm's
que eu não
that
conheço,
worried,
né?
I doubt she's made it easy to burn a second time.
Oh, there's no doubt Marm's put safety measures even I have no idea of. Which is why we'll want to talk to her pet architect. Anton Klossner designed both Pandemoniums. He once showed me the blueprints, and they're easily his masterpiece. If anyone knows of a weakness, it's him.
Think you still got him?
He should, but he's a notorious recluse. Fortunately, he adores Marm, so I'm sure I can convince him to bring himself and the blueprints to an investor event.
All right, that's enough to get started. Anything else we should know?
Only a word of caution, darling. Expect to see more security measures as we get closer to the date, and try to plan accordingly.
Good thinking. We get minutes to plan, so let's hurry up and work.
Ok. Mais nada pra ver aqui.
Yes, darling? Take care.
Gia. Drive safe.
Hello, Gia.
Thought the Undercity League was supposed to be a neutral organization, but here you are helping to run the underground from the top.
The League is unaware of my affiliation with the Underground, and I'd prefer it stay that way. If, God forbid, I'm discovered, that will allow them to deny culpability.
Still a hell of a risk if you ask me. What's stopping the Barons from deciding the whole League's gotta go? The Aether's pale washed eyes fall on mine, feeling centuries older than his salt-peppered hair would imply.
I've dealt with Barons longer than the Underground. Though the Barons may call us rats, And though they may disparage our contributions, they need someone to keep the peace. Without us, they would be putting themselves at the mercy of hundreds of thousands of Aetherneers.
I grimace as I place myself in the Baron's shoes. I could get rid of the League. Most Aetherneers would keep us flying, but